Hey guys, I just wanted to do a quick response video to Milky Way because he asked a question about why I changed the pads on my AUDEZE LCD-2s. And this is a lovely cable as well, by the way, which I've never replaced because it never breaks, because it's really like, yeah, the way it's wired is just awesome. So like you never have to worry about that going wrong, you know. But anyway, these guys, I love them. I've been using them for years. They only ever broke once in like, I don't know, 6 or maybe 7 years or something that I've had them. And that was last year when I dropped them. I dropped them at a very, not from a great height, but I'd had them for a long time. So maybe it was just the final nail in the coffin, you know. But basically one of the drivers basically broke, and because they are such a great company, and I don't work for them, this is not a sponsored video at all. But basically I emailed them saying, look, I've made loads of YouTube videos wearing your headphones. Yeah, I know a lot of people that have bought them as well because I've recommended them. I was like, mine are broken, is there anything we can do? And they were really supportive and they said yes. And they actually offered to fix them for me. And all I had to do was pay some labouring costs. But apart from that, they got the whole new parts for me, which was like epic, right? So amazing customer service. But yeah, it was during that time when I got them repaired that I had the pads replaced, because the original pads that these came with, these are, by the way, the LCD-2Cs, which I believe are the best headphones in the world, personally, for producing and mastering, because they are the flattest, in my opinion, and the highest detail. So the original ones that I had, I don't believe they were actually leather pads, the originals that I had. They were like leather-free pads. And the one complaint that I always had with the AUDEZE LCD-2 was that I just didn't have enough bass. I had like so much more detail and stereo image was like amazing, but when it came to the low end, it just like wasn't quite enough. And it didn't really bother me. I was still like, you know, producing with them and mastering with them. And yeah, when I got them fixed at the support centre, they said, oh, your pads look a bit weird. Do you not want proper leather ones? And I was like, oh, okay. What is that what you recommend? And they said, yeah, you'll actually get quite a lot more bass when you have real leather pads on them. And I was like, brilliant, because that's the one thing that I was sort of like, well, wasn't unhappy about, but if I had one, if I could tweak one thing, it would be just a little bit more bass, you know? And so when they sent them back with the leather pads, they did indeed have a greater level of bass that I could hear, and it made them much, much nicer, in my opinion. So for me now, they are the optimum customization. I wouldn't change them. I do all my mastering through this. I pretty much am mastering every week at the moment, and I rarely get negative feedback on my mastering now. I do like maybe 1 out of 10 people might want some changes that are personal preferences, but most of the time now I pretty much get the master right every time. And that's not to boast or brag or anything, it's just also because I've been doing it for so many years. And I've got a mastering training course as well, but heads up, there's no one special magic plugin, you know. It's just having good ears and good listening equipment. But yeah, in the training course, I do go over in detail all of the things that I've learned through building my mastering chain, right? But just to wrap up and answer your question, these are not suede pads. These are leather ones now, proper leather ones, and I didn't have leather ones before. And they're much better now. They're much bassier now, in a way that's balanced, you know? It was sort of missing a bit of bass before. Now I feel like it's definitely enough. So I couldn't be happier with these ones, LCD-2Cs with leather pads. Wouldn't change them for anything in the world. If they broke again tomorrow, I'd cry again for a couple of days, and then I'd buy some more if I had to. And yeah, I don't use an amplifier for them either. I don't believe it's necessary. As I mentioned on the Q&A before, I just run them through my Focusrite interface, and it gives me just enough volume to use them. it's good because I don't smash my hearing, you know. Maybe if I had money to spare, I might buy a good amplifier for 500 quid or something, but you definitely don't need one. And I've been producing, mixing and mastering with these without an amplifier for donkey's years. And also, yeah, when I got the leather pads, it improved them even more. So that's it. That's my answer to your comment. Hope that helps. And yeah, again, not trying to sell you on these. That's just what I use, and they're great. All right, cheers, guys.